I actually have a question for Phil as a black man. We were talking about watching different news sources. Someone that's I'll tend to watch sometimes is Candace Owens. I don't know if you have any strong feelings pro or against her, whatever. But what she was speaking on a panel one time, and I remember she was having a debate with T.I., the rapper.
I think I saw that.
Okay, and she said something to the effect of the biggest epidemic going on in America today, well, in the black community, is the absence of the black father. And basically saying that's why she doesn't mess with feminism at all, because it's a breakdown of the nuclear family, and that it basically, and I don't know that exact number. I'm sure I'll get it wrong, but it was like 75% of young Black American, African American men are raised without a father. It could be less, could be more, but it was certainly more than 50%. I don't remember the exact number. And she read a quote by someone saying, I had a father, I was raised with a father, and you need to have a father. And the quote was from Tupac, one of your heroes on your painting. The point is this: as a black man, you were definitely raised with a good family. I'm sure you have some stories on this. What are your thoughts on African Americans living without a father in their life?
Well, my parents divorced when I was 3.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Right. So I didn't hang out with my biological father very often. It was more like, handful of times here and there. Birthday and Christmas, definitely. He always made sure of those things.
Okay.
But he was kind of absent for majority of the time. And then it wasn't up until like I was grown that we started reestablishing a relationship. However, he was taken, he passed away 7 years ago. So around that time, that was like, I felt cheated. But, I was raised by my stepfather and my mom. But they both worked. So they both worked a lot. So I was basically raising myself at the age of 8, 9 years old, cooking, cleaning for myself. I was a, shoestring key kid. I was one of those guys. Luckily, I didn't burn the house down, but, I had a lot of discipline in the house, and my mom definitely would have whooped my ass if I would have done something stupid. But as far as like being taught how to do certain things, I did have that available. My family was high on education. One of my stepfather, who is still alive, he had other kids that were much older than I am, but he made sure that we always had a personal computer in the house. He was very interested in, technology. He worked as a TV engineer for NBC affiliate King 5 Television in Seattle, Washington.
So you had your stepfather in your life.
I had my stepfather, and my father was doing his thing.
Yeah.
What
about the bigger picture for, African American kids?
I definitely feel that it's imperative for, let's just call it what it is. I mean, any family dynamic requires a mother and a father to raise these kids. Absolutely. But what Candace, I believe, was saying, that the absentee father is creating a big problem for the African American community when you're talking about you just can't have women raising these kids and expect them to have exponential growth and be competitive in the workplace. They're missing out on half of what the other kids are having, period. So I definitely think it's imperative. And when, the incarcerations of, African American males and, drug addictions and these things, you have to just play life with your eyes and realize, like, use common sense. I mean, how is the kid going to respond? There's only so many success stories of a woman having a kid, even in their teens or early on and thinking like, wow, I can do this by myself. No, she's going to require a ton of help. My best friend who you'll meet, his mom, she had him when she was like 15. And the dad was not around. But he's one of those kids that actually, had help, had a lot of family around. And, he's killing it. He's, executive with AWS, doing very well for himself. But not every person has that story.
Most people don't.
Most people don't. So it's definitely, well, they don't. But they wouldn't if it was, let's just call it what it is. If there was another ethnicity or white folks, if the tables were turned, it's just people.
Yeah.
It's just people at the end of the day. You take the white man out of the kid's life. You talk about like, and excuse me if I say this, but like, trailer park guys or this or that or white dudes that just, at the end of the day, it's just people. You take the male out of the family and he's non-existent with these kids, especially for a young male. A woman can only do so much. Shout out to all the single moms that have sons. But if they could have it where those single moms could have a strong man in their life, Number one, the woman definitely needs compassionate. You know, they need a man. Okay? They need a partner. But these young boys need men.
So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.